Hey, what's up? Good morning, everybody. We are live. Hey, Tristan in the house. Good morning. Good morning. How you doing? Jeez, I woke up and look at this pop that we got here on NQ and the market in general. Haven't had a chance to check the news. Was there some news this morning? Some news? Did we get some news? Two Hezbollah sources. As soon as we got word of the ceasefire, we applied it from our end. Huh. Kyle, she's in the house. Good morning. Good morning. Philly Trader, what's up? Was there some news this morning? Yeah, long time no see. What? It's been about 5 hours? 5, 6 hours? 6 hours? Maybe 7? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know how we do. So it looks like we popped up. What time was that? That was 5:50. So 8:50 a.m. Hey, Miss K. Good morning. Iran deal off again? Off again and on, off again, on again? Really? I didn't. Oh, okay. Iran postponed U.S. talks due to Israel strikes on Lebanon. Didn't send delegate to Switzerland due to attacks. UK PM Starmer asked if he should set out an exit timetable. I'm carrying out the mandate I was elected on. Russia is open to dialogue with Europeans but won't accept ultimatums. Yeah, I don't see any specific news for that time. That was 5:50. So unless it was this has to do with this British pound stuff. Oh, oil, Strait of Hormuz reopened, steadies crude prices. That was at 6 though. But this was this candle here was at 5:50. So at 5:45 my time, anyways, gold heads for third weekly loss as hawkish Fed overshadows U.S.-Iran initial peace deal. Oh, Trump on Truth Social. We didn't meet out of desperation. Iran did. They're finished. We'll play out the 60 days. They get no money. Called the bottom last night on the stream, though, hey guys? I said we're in the 30-minute fair's bullish fair value gap, and we need a 30-minute candle closure below it, or we're looking for a possible reversal. I ended up taking along. I took profits way early, but we ripped all the way back up to 30,670, which is basically where we are at the highs at the moment too, kind of lining up. So interesting there. Is Nick still live, guys? All right, well, kind of consolidating here a little bit. I'm thinking if we could get a pullback into this bullish fair value gap, maybe we could look for some entries. 600 would be real nice. My iguana don't care. Oh, Nick's got my iguana don't care playing. So, did you guys like the song that we made yesterday? The oldies song. That was a pretty good one. Hey, Jerry, good morning. Hey, congrats on that win last night. I actually I actually recorded that duck race with my phone, and I posted it should be on today at noon Eastern Standard Time on my channel. I quickly clipped it last night before bed, made it into a video, and posted it in the short. It's basically 1 minute long. That's the best kind, Jerry. I'm gonna catch you off guard. So we are bull flagging at the moment. Oh, Randy's live. What the heck? Oh no. Yeah, Randy's got the ASFX streaming live on his channel. That's interesting. That's so good. Does that mean they're live on ASFX too? Yeah, they're live on ASFX too. Interesting. Yeah. 62 up tune, nice, yeah. So guys, I'm trying to get back in the habit of drinking my electrolytes and my creatine in the mornings here. Oh, this is I'm in the wrong account. Good thing I paid attention here. This is the account that I'm looking for. There we go. See you next Sunday. Hey, Skeletor, good morning, good morning. Always smart to go electrolyte in the morning. Boarding master traders. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks for the like. That was a pretty fun stream last night. We had quite a few people in there. I swear I just keep putting too much criteria on my Asia trades, man. If I would just like enter and just be patient for a little bit. It's like last 2 streams in a row could have like made quite a bit of money actually if we just kind of like bought in the direction that the price has been going. It just keeps going. It just keeps going and going and going. Like, what the heck, man? I'm always like, oh, I'm waiting for a pullback to this level and then I'll go, and then it never comes. It's like, what the heck, man? And it's breaking out here. Look at again. I'm here. I'm looking for a pullback. I got some orders down below. I think I might need to attempt this here though before it gets, and it's just gonna keep going. It's not even gonna take my orders. I'm gonna close that order though. Wait for a pullback here. Bought the dip last night and the trend was up, was sweet. Yeah, that was a nice entry down at the lows, right? 30,420 area. You know, Skeletor likes it because it's 420.
Oh, of course, Skeletor likes the 420.
Oh, force fed, you're saying pump then dump. Maybe it's good that I didn't try to chase that long then.
How was your evening stream there?
Oh, it was a really good stream, really fun stream. I keep getting in the situation where I'm putting almost like too much criteria on why to get in the trade. And it just keeps, it was just bearish and just kept going down and down and down, and no pullbacks, like no more than like a 20-point pullback. So I'm waiting for a pullback to the VWAP or a pullback to a fair value gap for an entry. And nope. So I ended up being pretty much flat. I took one break-even trade, and then I took a trade right at the end of the stream where basically where we reversed because we pulled all the way down into a 30-minute bearish or bullish fair value gap from the New York session, and we didn't get a candle closure down there on the 30-minute to invert that one. And then I saw this doji candle. It happened right at 22:40 my time, so it's 1:40 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yes.
And that was just the entry signal I took. I mean, I made $50 on that in like, I don't know, less than a minute, and got out, and then it just recovered all the way back up to like,
Of course it did.
way up at 652 from 420. But yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about degen accounts yesterday.
Yep.
For doing things like trading FOMC day and Worst comes to worst, you pass a degen account and now it's funded.
Yeah. So I did pick up one of those top one futures 50K elite daily. So that 6:30 candle popped us up out of this bull flag that we kind of have forming here. Well, let me, I gotta change our layout here. I still have it on from yesterday's. There we go. Foresight said the pump, then dump. So I'm surprised that Austin's live this morning. Austin or Andy?
It being a short day, yeah.
Yeah. Usually they don't stream on holiday Fridays or holidays. I see the Hawkflies made you another song.
Yes.
We made a pretty fun song in the stream last night. It's like an oldies doo-wop type song.
Yeah, I heard it a few minutes ago. It's like you got that 1950s vibe going on there.
Yeah, exactly. The prompt for it was classic 1950s, 60s doo-wop oldies song inspired by the Drifters, the Platters, Frankie Valli, Dion, the early Beach Boys. Warm, upright bass, hand claps, finger snaps, smooth harmony, saxophone filled, and nostalgic feel-good energy.
All right then.
Yeah. And we're popping up here again. Up to that plus one deviation band. Are you gonna add a VWAP, like a 630 VWAP?
You talking to me?
Yeah. I don't know if I want to. I kind of almost just want to stick with the overnight VWAP.
No. I'm gonna stick with the midnight and I'm sorry, the overnight and New York.
Structure is good until you hit a ceiling. Then you have to break the mold, learn something new, put it back together in the newly acquired knowledge. If you guys use standard ATM brackets, what stop loss do you use for MES and ES? I haven't really created it in a while. But I would probably want to keep my stop at about 10 or 15 points, maybe 10 points. That's $50 per contract.
So I keep my size small and my stop loss is a little bit wider. For ES, I like a 20-point stop loss.
Okay.
For NQ, 40 to 60. But again, that also depends on the price action for the day.
Yeah, it's true. basically like the larger the opening range, typically you can kind of like size up your stop sort of according to that if you kind of are paying attention to that. So what are you looking at this morning? Are you looking at YM still?
I'm looking at YM and NQ.
Nice. Points. The hawk flies. Ticks, that would only be 5 points.
Oh, yeah, no. Sorry. 20 points on ES. So 80 ticks.
Well, it seems like all the orders are above. I was kind of hoping that we were going to get a little bit of a pullback before we enter here, but pretty high volume on these two candles, although they keep kind of like hitting a bit of a ceiling there at 675 area.
675 seems to be the resistance. Oh, excuse me.
So my mom, I just noticed my mom, I don't know, it seems like I just got a notification, but anyway, she posted a picture of her when she was young, and it says, I was sporting cat eyes then, and I'm sporting cat eyes now. So she's got kind of like cat eye glasses on, and now.
You know, all those fashions come full circle,
don't they?
I'm waiting for that 1980s parachute pants and girls wearing jelly bracelets and jelly shoes and leg warmers to come back.
Yeah. The Hawkfly says, "Wow, seems like quite a big stop, but it works for you." Well, Nick will also cut it early if he's not liking it anymore, right? So,
oh yeah. I think of my stop losses as insurance. Keep me from blowing an account. I'm not going to let it go all the way to my stop loss if I can help it.
Mm-hmm. And then you're also putting your stop into profit pretty quickly too, once you start making some profit anyways.
Yeah, I don't mind, yesterday Dave and I were talking about moving your stop loss. Number one rule for stop losses is have a stop loss in it. You don't want to blow your account. Number two rule is don't move your stop loss unless it's into profit. If you feel like you need to move your stop loss away or down, something's wrong. You can always re-enter a trade, but you moving your stop loss down, you're just inviting a bigger loss. All right, we are heading back down on NQ to the active point of control at 644. Seems to be coming up a little bit off that.
Is that what you're into, Nick? Parachute pants?
I mean, don't judge me there.
No judge. So I'm trying to get back into drinking my electrolytes and creatine first thing in the morning. Let's go.
I'm trying to just... That's very healthy of you. I'm just trying to drink less whiskey in the morning.
I've just been thinking I've been getting a lot of lack of sleep, and having that extra creatine might help me on those the mornings for brain function. Because I was watching a podcast about it recently, and they're talking about how, for the most part, your brain produces its own creatine, so it's not really going to be allowing creatine to come in there. But they said when you're like stressed or tired, you might have lower amounts of creatine in your brain, and that could be the time where you might be able to take advantage of having, uh, extra creatine in your body to be able
Are
to
you talking about creatine or creatinine?
creatine. Monohydrate is the form that I'm taking it in. So creatinine is, I think, yeah, I know what you're saying, because that's the name of the one that gets produced, right? By
Yes.
the brain and by the liver.
Yes.
Sean says, I noticed a difference in the mornings with creatine. Go for it. So I was for a while there. I was taking 2 5 gram scoops basically every morning with some electrolytes, and I'm gonna try to get back to that. So because I usually don't leave my bedroom in the morning for streaming, so I put that in my bathroom, where I have a kettle in there that I use, like a boil of the water in there. I usually just drink a glass of hot water in the morning, and then I also, I got the coffee pot up here, so I'm gonna just start with the creatine and electrolytes first thing, and coffee after that. So
You got a tea kettle in the shitter, eh?
well, yeah, it's just like
I'm kidding.
a boiler. Yeah. There's only so much spaces to put stuff up in up here. And we're on well water, so I boil if it comes from the tap, even though it goes through a filter system, which is pretty decent. I boil it because it's a little salty, I guess, because it's about 300 parts per million after it goes through all the filters. So
You have high calcium water.
it's actually, I think it's like iron or something. Like, it's rusty water.
So here we got a lot of very high calcium content.
Mm-hmm. Sean, do they encourage loading phase? They said you can, right? They said you can. And he suggested 20 grams a day, so 10 grams twice a day on your loading phase. But they said that's more important if you're just trying to get saturated faster. Like, it's not necessary. So if you're trying to saturate your muscles faster, that's good. And they said actually it's beneficial for Alzheimer's and stuff too. They said they found some studies where it's helped with like Alzheimer's, and it's really good for elderly women also. If you're doing some light weightlifting and you're taking creatine, you're going to reduce your bone loss. So some pretty interesting stuff. Lots of benefits to it.
Well, I do know for women over the age of 35, a weight-bearing exercise is great for osteoporosis, so it doesn't turn into osteomyalgia. So that's always a benefit. Well, it looks like my NQ long is working out here.
It's nice.
Single micro trade. I'm not getting wacky here or anything.
No wacky tobacco.
It's a little bit early for that, but I mean,
let's go.
it's never too early for that.
Market butcher. Mustang trader.
Back a little bit here. That +1 deviation band has been kind of continued resistance here ever since we popped up. So you didn't see any news on that pop-up candle, did you?
Nope.
I was looking at financial juice, but I wasn't really seeing anything that was sticking out. There was a couple things that happened right around that time. They're talking about the British pound and gold heads for a third weekly loss as hawkish Fed oversights U.S.-Iran initial peace deal. And then at 9 a.m., oil Strait of Hormuz opened steadies crude prices. So not a whole lot to go on there.
Yeah, it is looking like that first deviation band is the resistance level here.
Yeah, it looked like we were trying to hold support there. I took a long, I cut it already for $9 loser, $12 loser.
Bookmap has still got 300 orders sitting at 31,000.
I just want to see us dip into this bullish fair value gap below that we left from that. Oh, of course, there we go. Now we're popping up.
Of course.
Creatine and nicotine are good for fight dementia. Interesting. You know, I took long and then I put my stop, and then I'm like, well, the stop is exactly where I wanted to enter earlier. So I'm like, maybe this long is not the best idea. So I just closed it. I'm up 154 in this account, that top one futures account, from the trades I took yesterday. Your weather looks a little gray there today.
Yeah, it's the rainy season. It's to be expected. I was saying earlier, my iguana is not going to come out and play with me anymore. While it's raining.
Yeah, gonna stay in its little shelter somewhere.
Yeah, under the deck.
There you go. He's got his own shelter. Okay, well, we're popping up here. Hey, Zara, good morning. The hawk flies. When I was in CR in rainy season, the rain would pound down so hard and then clear up and be perfectly sunny many days.
Yeah, but there's also those periods where you have 15 days straight of just constant rain.
Really? Wow. All that moisture coming off the ocean and then finding a new home?
It finds a new home, all right.
In your backyard?
Mm-hmm. That's when the landslides start to happen. I mean, so far, we've only had 3 or 4 earthquakes, a few volcanoes go off. Nothing too bad. And the earthquakes here aren't, they're not huge.
No.
Duck ran out of gas. That's funny. I wasn't even listening to the words.
That one just popped out of nowhere. You're like, oh, that's funny. Yeah, it was a recommended. Somebody said, yeah, make it like an oldies. So I was like, okay, sure, let's try. We don't have any oldie songs
Right.
yet. Well, it's a slow grind, but it looks like it's trying to go higher into those orders. 690 and 700.
Got my stop loss up at 30,995 right now. My stop loss, my take profit.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know what I mean.
995. We do have naked point of control still above at 814. So that would be a pretty reasonable target there too.
Oh, I didn't say I'd let it get all the way up there. I just,
Just in
that's
case
where I have it set. Yeah.
it decides to go like it's doing right now.
Close strong, keep going. That's what I want you to do here.
I was hoping that we were going to get some continued expansion there. I took the long and I put my stop slightly in the money, and yeah, I'm out.
I'm gonna wait for a pullback and then add to this.
Yeah, really want to pull back too. I did have a couple orders down at 625 earlier, and then when that 630 candle or 930 candle popped up and then came all the way back down, I removed them. But I mean, we never even got there anyways, so.
All right, I just added one to it. Let's go Bulls.
Let's go Chicago. Yeah, I really don't know what to do right now. I think I'm gonna have to wait for a bit of a deeper pullback if we're even gonna get one. But we are starting to print those small candles, which often we just kind of like slowly keep grinding higher. Yeah, we got 14 people watching right now, 2 people in X also, 16 total. YM's dumping. Oh yeah, YM's getting the pullback right now. Into that bullish fair value gap.
I just took my profits on that NQ.
Blue, I funded and about to blow this eval if it doesn't push up. Oh, blackout news, man. I'm assuming that's not just from 1 or 2 trades, right? I hope. Just want to let you guys know price has been bouncing off the 30-minute uptrend pan line since June 10th. Yesterday drop and this morning drop confirmed it further. Gotcha.
All right, we just hit another high volume area on YM.
Shorts are getting rewarded, I guess, now. Yeah, I'm taking a stab at a long run YM here at 72. 872.
Still looking at NQ. Got the active point of control at 640.
Yeah. So NQ found resistance at the point of control there, 30,686, and then started heading lower here.
Yeah, the previous day's point of control.
Yeah, sorry.
The active point of control is still below us.
Yeah.
So if it can get above the previous day's POC,
Mhm.
it's probably going to be nothing but longs. I'd probably close it out at yesterday's high, though, 30,783.
Mhm. Seems like a good level.
It's just above the Asia high, which is the high of previous session. It was previous day's high. All-time high is at 30,975.50. We're above that standard 1 deviation band.
I'm up 23 bucks in this YM long.
All right.
I'm actually going to take 2 off. I took 2 off sort of like, I had 2 orders there. The first one got tagged in at 5181, 881, sorry. And the second order was at 51,862. So I closed the 2 that were kind of back into break even. I'm going to put a stop just to de-risk here a bit. And put my stop down at the 864 one and just leave that one to go. And let's just hope this thing recovers back towards the highs. And I gotta use the bathroom, so I'll be right back. Got my trade protected.
It's a good place to be.
Hopefully the trading gods treat us nice this morning.
I'm going to do an offering to Ceres. Getting a little bit of a pullback on NQ now. I think we got a little bit of support at that 9 EMA. Levels don't work anymore. Well, today being a holiday, yeah, it's going to be a little bit strange. I've been that way for 30 years. Now I closed out my long and took profits. I'm with blackout news now. I just want NQ to go up, straight up. That's all I want. Bookmap is still showing orders coming on up above us. Orders are all higher than lower. Not getting any volume balls whatsoever over 40 contracts. And I just put in an NQ long. It's maybe a bad idea. Put my stop loss in.
How's it going? I heard you put a stop loss in. Got to invert this bearish fair value gap here at 51,900 for my trade to go good. What are you in NQ?
I'm in an NQ long right now.
Little pullback there.
And I'm at break even.
Very nice. Sorry to hear that blackout. Have you ever tried blackout news? Have you ever tried taking your trade idea and looking to enter where you would have typically put your stop? Sometimes people find pretty good success doing that.
Put a limit order where you would have set your stop loss. I do that occasionally in I'm sorry, range bound markets.
Oh yeah, nice, yeah. Well, it can save people a lot of drawdown often, right? If you,
oh yeah,
because the market does like to, do weird things sometimes. So
kind of like you, Dave.
yeah, Pickleball is a bit of a weird sport.
Is that what you're calling it now?
What, it's not a sport?
Oh no, I was referring to pickleball. The weird stuff you do, it's always just, you just call it pickleball. You're actually not playing a racket sport or a paddle sport.
Yeah, paddle sport, kind of. You know, like in a canoe, paddling.
Wait, do you use a racket or a paddle playing pickleball?
Yeah, it's a paddle. It's like a square ping pong paddle. I'll probably try to take profits up around 51,930 area on MYM here. We got the 200 EMA. We'll see how it reacts when it gets up to that 200 EMA, if it gets there. So far, it's looking pretty good, though. I'm up $50 on 2 micros. You quit pickleball after you effed up your good knee, but I was a terror. Crazy. Oh, we got a gap up there on that last candle closure. Price closed at 51,912, and then it reopened at 51,917 in between candles. Shows the low volume, I guess, right now. Hey Ryan, how you doing? Morning. Just wanted to log on and give a like. I have a busy morning and market doesn't look attractive. I'm trading YM this morning so far. I was waiting for a pullback in NQ or ES, and neither of them were kind of given a pullback. So I'm like, oh, YM's in this bullish fair value gap. Just kind of like basically the trade I was looking for on YM or on NQ, but. And I'm thinking about adding a micro here if we at the VWAP. Give this a sec here.
I'm considering taking a long on oil.
Oh yeah, oil's looking pretty strong.
Take a long on oil, put a stop loss in, and just walk away.
I hope this YM doesn't keep going down. I did add one micro there. I got my stop, basically break even, a couple points in profit. 3 micros now. Hopefully she bounces. Blowing up again, you're done? Bro, what's going on? You're definitely feeling, you must be feeling a little tilty at the moment. So you got to recognize that earlier and just try to stay away from it. You know, you don't have to trade every day. Sorry, bro. I hate that. I don't like seeing that in the chat. That might
Definitely take a step back and don't feel like you need to be in a trade.
the Hawk side, some people don't like it when I blast a ball at them targeting center body mass. Hey, it's part of the rules. The rules are you hit the person, like you get a point. So if they're not holding their paddle, you know, protecting their body like you should be at the kitchen, then yeah, that's on you.
So Dave, when I get to Vancouver, you and I are going to play racquetball together. We're going to play death match racquetball.
Oh, really?
Stand at opposite ends of the court and try and take each other out like that.
I know, right? This the market always likes to do whatever is going to hurt you. It does always seem like that. Now, that's a always happens when you get stopped out. It always ends up stopping you out and then going in your favor. Yeah, setting daily loss limit is a lifesaver as well. Totally. If you go into your risk settings on Trade8, just set that, and then follow it. Right. You gotta follow it too, because you can always change it in Trade8, which is the one good thing I did like about Project X is like there's no change in it. Once you're locked out, you're locked out. But
Oh, really?
oh yeah. Back when you lose a couple trades, stop trading. Oh yeah, Black, when you lose a couple, stop trading. Quitting is allowed in trading. Yeah, because the market's not going anywhere. Only you are going somewhere if you overtrade, or if you're not in the best mental state, right? So this YM is looking really good still here. I'm up about $84 now on these 3 micros. And we're finding resistance at that 200 EMA. So I probably should follow what I was going to say earlier and try to take a couple contracts off here, because we are getting a little bit of resistance. See if we can't pop it back up to the 39s here. Take a small scalp on the pullback long at the view. What with you, Dave? Nice. Damn it. Now we gap down on that candle.
Perfect.
Maybe it's another add-in opportunity here, but I will even lock myself out for 5 minutes after knowing loss. Got to do what you got to do to survive another day, right? Totally. Yeah, Nick's done that too. That's the nice thing about the command pad is you can set like really short-term lockouts if you want to just force yourself to walk away for a few minutes.
Yeah, I did that yesterday in the pre-market. Locked myself out for 5 minutes and just, nope, I'm done. I'm done for a bit.
Right?
Sometimes you just need that 5-minute break to
Reset. Yeah.
get your head back on straight.
So I did decide to add one more contract into this YM long. I'm just going to bring my stop up into profit, sub for stop. I'm doing a Nick trade right now. Let's see if this thing is going to stop me out and take away all these profits though.
You're just adding into it?
Yeah. On the pullbacks here. There we go, bouncing a bit. That's an adult move, right? Yeah, nice. Good advice there, Sean, on the chat there. I'm good now. Green last night, Tokyo session. Now green this morning. I'm locked out. Brothers and sisters, good job, Skeletor. Nice. Also an adult move. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I'm wondering if they did the duck race in ASFX yet.
I am not sure. It's like NQ is pulling down a little bit here.
A little bit of a pullback. I'm getting a little worried about this YM now. Looking like it's trying to come down and stop me out. I might just end up taking profits here. Finger on the exit button. I think if we get below the VWAP, I'll just cut it here. Space Futures FX. Good morning, sir. How you doing? Yes, the market closed early today. Well, I was thinking about stopping it out, but instead I added a micro and I put my stop into profit.
Very good.
Trying to do opposite day today. Can you say what time it closes? I think it's 1 p.m., right? It closes?
Is 1.
Yeah. 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Adding into my position is one improvement I need to work on, and the hardest thing for me right now, and it takes time and patience. Yes, totally does. Let's see if this add-in paid off. I added another micro basically at the VWAP here. It was price was pulling back. It stalled out. I mean, if it ends up pulling back lower, much lower, I'll probably just try to take a little bit of profits on this, but it would be nice if it could get back up sort of towards the 200 EMA. I'll probably take a bunch off. It looks like we're popping a bit here now.
ES is starting to pop, or I'm sorry, NQ is starting to pop a little bit. Just a little bit. Nothing significant, so.
Yeah, if we get to the 200 EMA, I think I'm just going to take 4 contracts off and leave the one runner, the last add in there that I would have. So that's 935. Try to lock in profits on this trade here. Need a little pop here. 12 points. 10 points. So close. 6 points now. It's gonna get it. I hope.
Yeah, there's no reason for me to be taking a trade at all right now. So I think I'm done for the day. Yeah,
I'm gonna take that trade. I just closed the trade there. We're stalling out at 930s. So I just closed the trade. I think that was about an 80 something dollar winner. So this is that new top 1 futures account. I'm up to 27 now from yesterday in today's trading session. Yeah, I'm willing to end the stream early too. I gotta go to pickleball this morning. So
Go to pickleball, because honestly, there's no price action. I mean, the price action isn't telling me to get into anything. The levels aren't there. The volume isn't there. The amount of time that it's taken for even the slightest movement is far too much for me. So,
yeah, crazy though. We got 24, 25 people in YouTube right now.
Yeah, because a lot of people probably aren't doing a live stream because of Juneteenth, and so everybody enjoy your holiday. But I'm not taking another trade here.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'm happy with that trade. Kind of wish I didn't sell those 2 contracts from the lows there that I closed out break even, but I think it was just risk management at the point there, so it's probably a smart trade.
Yeah, when your risk management is playing out over 20 minutes and you're just at break even and haven't gotten more than 5 to 10 points away from that during that time, that's a good sign to get the heck out while you can.
Mm-hmm.
We got, take a look at this really quick.
So I'm going to do a quick markup here for this trade because I did like it. Well,
yeah, just over 60 points on NQ. This is not a market for us to be playing in, Dave.
Yeah.
60 points isn't even a candle on most days. Over the past few months, anyway. So, I'm done. I'm out of here. Dave, you have fun at pickleball. Thanks everybody for coming and hanging out with us. If you were there in the pre-market with me, thanks again. And I'll see you guys on Monday morning, pre-market. Dave?
Yes, sir.
I'll see you Monday morning, New York session.
Sounds good.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
See you, Nick. Long 2 MYN, added 2 MYM. Wish it would let me, okay, that's close enough there. And then I took 2 off break even. Close to MYN to de-risk. Added on the pullback here. Let's actually go down to like the 2-minute chart, maybe a little bit easier to see. added one here. Added another one at the VWAP. And then price stalled out, so I closed the trade up here. Now, the only reason that I'm going to mark up this trade is because I did like my add-ins on this, so I would like to sort of imprint this trade into my mind here as to how to. This is kind of how Nick has been managing his trades, right? You're in long, price starts going in your favor. You wait for the price to like pull back and look like it's starting to form support, or gonna like hopefully form support at one of those key levels like a VWAP or something like that, or a deviation band. That gives you the opportunity to add. I added at the 9 EMA there, and then also at the VWAP. And then once price sort of got up into the, I didn't know that we had this bearish fair value gap above, but I did notice that price was stalling out, so I took profits right up at the top here, 51.925. And then look at, we ended up pulling back below the VWAP, bounced, and we're now heading back up. So this might continue higher here, but I feel like that was a good exit for the trade. So I might just, I'm going to post this guy in the Discord for a little template for people to kind of see how to enter and add into a trade. All right, 15 people still in YouTube. Good to see you. This is a pretty good turnout for a Friday morning. YM is definitely moving better than the rest of the contracts today. So I don't know if you guys use TradeZella or not, but what I'll do here is we'll do a quick rundown of how to mark up your trade in TradeZella. So I won't have that trade uploaded in there, so I can't really add it actually because it's on that eval account. So never mind on that. I'm not going to do it. Debut. I could just add the write-up anyway, so. So here we go. Trades taken long on MYM. I'll just paste this guy in here. The write up. And then I need to copy this. And we'll paste the actual markup here. And yeah, then just hit, then I'll be done. I'll just have that on my daily review if I want to go back to it. Let's stick around here for another 5 minutes. Let me take a look at these charts here. We'll stick around for at least another 5 minutes. Yeah, ES and NQ definitely not really looking like the ones to trade. I think I picked the right contract to trade today. We're just not getting any movement on ES or NQ, just getting chopped out right now. So a little thing you guys might be able to take away from today also is like, just keep an eye on all three contracts, right? So if you're watching ES, YM, and NQ, and you notice that, you know, some of them are not moving, right? And then some of them are like, some of them are moving, then, you know, maybe you're better off to take a trade on one of those other ones, right? Thanks, Jerry. I did use ChatGPT to build that that write-up, but I just, you know, give it the criteria as to what I did. And then I also uploaded the image to it. And then it kind of like does the write-up for you. Then it's like, it's just a time saver, right? Just punch in the criteria of what you did, entered long, you de-risked, you know, added at certain key levels in the VWAP, whatever like that. And then it'll just like put it into like a nicely written paragraph with a little bit extra detail. But that's typically how I would how I do my markups on there. So as you can see, it has this little note here. You can click that if you wanted to view the details, and then you can go back into the trade, view note. So trades taken, you could put that in there. Usually in the past, like I stopped doing this, but I used to do this every day for about a year. I would also do some markups from the day. So it's a good idea at the end of the trading session to look back at the price action and be like, where would have been the best trade? And if you just do like 100 or more of those, like, you know, 100 days straight of doing the markups of the day, like what, you know, whether, you know, say the price bounced after it started selling off, bounced to the VWAP, and then continued short, maybe that was your good time to like enter on a short, right? And if you, the more reps that you put in on doing your markups, you know, the better chance you're going to see the trade when it's happening and actually take the trade, right? So I used to do that. I used to mark up about 2 or 3 markups of the day that I would call it, maybe trades I did or didn't take, and then you know, give the idea behind it. Do an end of day review. What was your biggest lesson of the day, and what was the trade of the day? So remind yourself as to like your best trade on the day, criteria, how your mental capital was, everything like that. And you know, if you ended up taking a loss because you FOMO'd in on something, maybe that's going to be your lesson of the day kind of idea. So Jerry, coming from construction industry, I can't get myself off of the yellow pad for journaling, but been wanting to transition to TradeZelle. I have it, but I haven't used it much since I got it. Oh, the yellow legal pad, eh? Nice. Yeah, it's nice to be able to just like plug it in there, and you can plug in your picture. Like, so as you can see here, when you do your markup, just hit your little camera button, right? And then you can copy the image, or you can just download it as a link if you don't want to have the image. I like to have the image in there. It's a little bit easier to see it. But if it's not in there, if you just have the link, you can just click the copy link, and then it'll like open up the trade in a new tab kind of idea. But yeah, it's a good way. It's a good way to keep track of it, and then it also goes along with all your trades, right? So I don't know if you've synced your trades or not. So when you go into the add trade tab, right? Then you can, especially a Tradeovate, you can do auto sync, and then when you go to like sync your accounts, it'll like automatically sync all your accounts, right? With a click of a button, you can have all your trades uploaded to TradeZella, especially through Tradeovate. And then, as you go through the day, some people get really good at doing their markups just as they're doing it. So like, for example, I could have framed that trade with all the markups during the trade, which isn't a bad idea. And it just keeps you thinking about the trade and the whole process. Too bad I did take profits there. We did have a little pullback, which would have been another nice add in, and then we're making a new high here. We're probably going to previous day low here, not too distant future, but I'm happy with the trade anyways. Got out before I had to get a little concerned about the pullback there, because I think my average price was around there by the time I got out of it. So I could have possibly got stopped out break even on that pullback. I don't remember exactly where price was. Yeah, it was around that area. So you had trouble with the glitching when you're syncing prop firms, but we'll try it again this week. And yeah, so the one thing I did find is with TradeZella and Tradeovate, quite often the profit amount will be a little bit different on Tradeovate versus TradeZella, because it's somewhere in there, there's some commissions that get lost. So you'll actually have like more in your TradeZella account than you will in your Tradeovate account. But yeah, it's definitely a good platform. And then you can also go back and look at your trades. Like, so I like to always like look at my month, right? This is like, so here's the month, or this is not my month, this is the total range. So over the last 2 months or so, maybe 2 and a little bit months, I'm up about 28,900. Again, keeping in mind that I am into 11 funded accounts now, so a lot of those accounts are still calculated in this number, those passing those evals. So and then we can look back, like for example, this day, this really killed me right here. This was an example of what not to do, right? So don't remove your stop. Exactly what I did. Remove my stop, add it into a losing trade, didn't cut it after it broke the VWAP, hoping that it was gonna recover, and then hit max daily loss. So these trades were an example of exactly what not to do. But I did end up finishing the day strong there. Where was it here? I started trading after FOMC happened. So at 11:25 my time, which is 2:25. So after it started, I made $70 in 2 accounts, $30 in 2 accounts, $100 in 2 accounts, 20 in 2 accounts, 10 in 2 accounts, 20, 137, 33, and then 184 in 2 accounts. And that was all in my Lucid flex accounts. I was just taking base hits, trying to recover on the day, so locking in profits, and yeah, had pretty good success. This was at the end of the day. I ended up I copy traded my take profit trader accounts, and I kind of screwed up because I was trading on the command pad, and then I added into it as it was going into profit on Tradeovate. And then when I ended up closing the trade, only one of the accounts was in profit and the other two were in drawdown. So because I kind of messed myself up by trading on the two applications, like entering on one side and entering on the other side, and then ended up like, you know, making a little bit of money in one and losing into two other accounts. That was a little frustrating. When I closed the trade and I looked at the TPT accounts, I'm like, why are these two accounts negative 50 when I just closed the trade at a break even of plus 14? And it's because I had managed that trade on Tradeovate rather than in, you know, using the command pad. So anyways, thanks for hanging out, everybody. I do have to go to pickleball. I got a couple things to get done around the property here before I head out. So yeah, I'm thinking to end the stream now. Price is a little bit quiet, right? I was hoping for a little bit of a cleaner price action today. Glad I picked YM to trade because NQ was just not fun. ES did have a decent pullback down into the bullish fair value gap, but would I have entered on that trade? I don't know, hard to say, maybe not. So used to take more trades before, so it was exhausting. Now that I only take one big trade on most days, it'll be better. Yeah, for sure. I mean, and a lot of those trades, like if I end up taking a break even trade, I just won't even mark it up, right? Unless it's like one that should have been a really good winner. Hey, good morning, Angia. Sorry, I don't know if I said that earlier. Good morning, good morning. Yeah, so I mean, you don't have to mark up every trade, but you know, the ones that you really want to imprint in your mind, like say it was a bad trade and you took a loss, you know, maybe you want to mark those up, and then also mark up your, you know, your winning trades too, right? Obviously the ones that are a nice quality winner. You're late to the party, hey? Yeah, we had a pretty decent showing this morning, probably because most of the other streams are not live, but hey, we had like almost 20 something people watching at one point there, which is pretty awesome. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. I appreciate you guys being here. We did add a nice amount of subscribers yesterday too, which was pretty awesome. 1,536. We are at 1,509. So 27 subscribers yesterday, which is pretty awesome. Nice to see those 30 plus, or around 30 subscriber growth days. Those are the best. So happy about that. But yeah, thanks everybody. Appreciate you tuning in, and I'll be live Sunday night, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be doing the giveaway, so make sure you guys show up for that. Make sure you're here to claim your account. Usually, we're going to be doing the giveaway somewhere around 2 hours into the stream, give or take a little bit. Once we get those likes to the target, hopefully we'll get a decent amount of subscribers and likes on the stream. I think we hit about a little over 100 or around 110 likes on yesterday's stream, so that was pretty awesome. I always find that when I'm streaming in the evening and the next day is a holiday, we end up having way more people watching. It's pretty awesome. So liking the ability to be able to take advantage of those days here. So but yeah, thanks everybody. Appreciate you guys for being here. We'll do our little shout out on the way out here to our usual suspects. View channel, live, top chats shout out here. Jerry Trades, Skeletor, Can't see it over there. The Hawk Fly, Space Futures FX, Ryan Entourage, Sean Reeves, Czar Trader, Kyle Shees, Blackout News Network, Philly Trader, Angia, Force Fed, Tris, and Miss K911. Thanks again, everybody. Appreciate you guys. Have a great weekend. Stay green. Maybe just leave the market alone right now, guys. It's not looking great. So, anyways, thanks again. See you later, Jerry. And yeah, catch you guys on Sunday. Bye-bye. Thanks, guys. See you later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.